So working. Test the heater on. Give me a second. See what happens. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the OCS movement. No stadium, yes, the Poppers are at the regular season. And what a game we've got in store for you. One win, and the Poppies are into the playoffs. Any the permutation after that, anybody scared to draw out during the 90 minutes today. So it's a little test for the Poppies. So it's Terry here. Since November the 29th. I want to against Stratford Town. This has been really good. So it is going to be very difficult to be indeed. The first fixture at Latimer Park was a 3-3, or the Poppies back was 2-0 down and 3-2 down to draw 3-3 and 95th minute equaliser from Levy. This also was the first time we played both town away at the old stadium in 1971-72. 2-1 in the second league. So before the last 5 points, but it's away from points. Town on 7, drawing 4 and winning just 1. The Poppies haven't won in the closing period of regular season since the 5-1 in Stratford in 2018-19. Since then, they've drawn 3, lost 2 games, drawing against Nunny and Borough. The other game wasn't. Player of the season, Eddie Panton, gets 1 more goal for each goal, which totals 18, but also played 2019. As I say, the permutations work themselves out with that one, shouldn't it? The Poppies secure a playoff berth. The semi-final will be on Wednesday on 20 April, and the final again away from home on Bank Holiday Monday before venues, of course, to be confirmed. So here's the goal of the 1-4-1, 3 Ben Isis and 4 Chapman, George the side, 5 Carl Mendes, 6 Carl Peters, 8 Andy Fannell, 15 Lewis Coyle, 16 17 Tadger, and 20 Will McLeod. Well, Poppies up today on 13 Sander, 2 7 9 Nathan Jeshay, and 11 Brilliant. Eric Taxman, 1 Charles, White, Carroll, Tommy Hughes, 6 Vaughan, 8 Ryan Jolly, 9 in captain 10 George Quantrell, 11 Mike Davis, 16 Oliver Campbell, goals for equal on 11 goals, so on the substitute in the drop, 15. Their subs are Callum Page 6, Conway 12, Lewis and Harry 14, 17, and Jamie Mujo. So teams are referee to come each time that he is managed Poppy. Match which happened on the season. Hopefully a very good game indeed. Selected picture looking for. Players are in town versus AFC Sudbury. You need a market, I think, when home to Camden United and Redshire United and home to Horn, although Horn are out of the equation. And the others need a market. Hamilton and Redcliffe still in with a chat at the last play of the third. The manager of Very Town is Colin Scouts. Nickname is Blues. They're in 12th position, 58 points from 41 games. And they are in decent form at the moment. As they haven't lost 10 games at home. And certainly there's been more over indeed. Alongside me, it's at the head of Doug Brown. Game that will be broadcast on, might not be, of course, it won't be, but it's more than likely, never know. But welcome, Doug.
Hi, Paul. Welcome, everybody. Apologies for the sound here, but we are right up in the Gordon Stadium, and the tannoy is still blasting away here. So bear with us whilst we get a bit of peace and quiet here. But what a fantastic day it is here! Beautiful weather. Fantastic support from the Kettering Town fans away to our right. Both myself and Paul have packed our four-leaf clovers, and everybody's hoping here for a win. Previous game, obviously against them, the 3-3 draw. I can't see this being a cagey affair. We don't know whether Bury Town are already at the beach or whether they want to make a big difference. Their main striker, who's made captain today, he's been here for 11 years. This is his last game, so should be quite interesting. It's going to be a great afternoon of different twists and turns, I think, as we monitor the other games from the other areas as well, Paul.
Yes, indeed. There's a very large Kettering Town contingent between the 500 and 600, I think, was the official total, according to their website. Fantastic. A lot of those in 1970s fancy dress. One or two individuals, I'm sure, will be blackmailed in the future for what they look like, with a fantastic turnout from the travelling Copies Army. And let's hope that they're going to see a splendid afternoon here in the sunshine at the Ramler Meadow Stadium. First time I've been here, and of course, when Kettering last played Bury Town 71-2, it was at their old ground, so a new venue for virtually everybody. I think here south of Loon. So they've got 3 players that have got over 10 goals. We've got Oliver Cantor on 11, Tony McGrath on 11, George Gonfell, aside from Easton on 10 goals. They're a difficult side to break down at home. It's been watered all week. It's bone hard. There's a lot of grass on it. I've looked a little bit, but it looked hard. There's been no rain in this part of the country at all. Northamptonshire. So that's going to be difficult to look at out there. Fields out there as well. Substitutes, but he's out there with subs. Perhaps a full voice behind. Of course, as I say, if the Hockey should progress into the playoffs, the first one will be away on Wednesday. That's how they're going to be, I suppose, Spalding or Real Bedford, depending on the way results go. And of course, if we get there, obviously there'll be any news on that. So let's find out from this result.
Indeed, it doesn't really make any difference who we play. It's just got to make sure that we can get there. So we'll bring you all the twists and turns. We'll be monitoring the other games that played in the league. We're bringing them to you as the game progresses. But it's a beautiful day for football. I'm hoping it's going to be a great day for the Poppies. But let's wait for the teams to come out of the tunnel.
The highest attendance here is 1,438 on the you see somebody lit up over the fully closed lit up. It's like more than less occasion to which the 1970s along with a host of other supporters in 1970s outfits. been lost in the closing day of the season was 2022-23 against Kidderminster Harriers when we were in the Panorama National League North, losing that 1-3-0 as Kidderminster were promoted, sending Kettering down on the same day. Must try and forget that. Most of the last 5 seasons, the closing game of the season has been very important. Last season, of course, we almost gained promotion. Well, we're about ready to kick off here. Kettering from left to right. Ball's covered down here at Berry. They have lost power a few moments ago. It's really back on now. I think we're in a bit of a precarious position power-wise. So it's Tajo over the ball then, getting ready to get this game underway. We are off. Back to the side to Tajo. He's going forward, releases the ball, but intercepted by found clock 12. Davis, he clears it, intercepted low by again. Out and goes to the first corner. Good start. Goes for the first corner of the afternoon, and Tajo going over to take that. Boyle just come back to the injury on a hard pitch, so But at the end of there, he goes over everybody and cleared almost by Berry. He sliced it out for Kettering down throw it for hitting the roof that we're under. Throw into Kettering Isaacson. Isaacson taking it. He left it for Ray Rowe. Rowe had been told to get back a few yards by referee Dario Mathewson. It's going to be a long throw halfway into the Blues half. Rowe headed on by Mensah. There's a chance there for Isaacson. There's Banter at the back post. A chance by Peters, but then it's going to be cleared. It is anywhere. Coyle will mop up here in the centre circle. Coyle then on the left-hand side, feeds it through Potato out wide through the side. Swings the ball towards that back post. Rowe can't really get there. He did get there. Did well keeping it in, but in doing so, he just hooked the ball to Charlie Beckwith in goal. He bowls the ball out on the far side, and Kettering fans moving to the other side of the ground. It's segregated, which is good to see. Very then put it into Kettering top. Coyle underneath it. Gets it through the Van Leer. Heads it onto the catcher. Luckily cut out by Joe White. Back with White on that far side. Threads it through. The good chance here. Paul White comes out. And a chance here for Camper. And that goes out. Paul White back in the goal. That's a bit hairy for the moment. The ball comes in. Heading on. There's a chance here. The number 8 is coming. But out by Peters. A foul on him. It's the free kick. Ball went into the net. But Paul White came out, missed the ball, and Camper, equal leading goal scorer, beat Mensah to it. There was a chance there for the Blues, but it amounts to nothing. Liam McDonald not happy with what he saw out there. But it is 0-0 into the fourth quarter of this first half chance really for the Blues. As I said, if you didn't hear earlier on, that they've been unbeaten since November 29th here at Ram Meadow. That's 10 games unbeaten at home. So no mugs here at home. Kettering fans on our right hand side now. Singing them quite well as Jolland, and that will be a free kick. Jolland puts the ball down, leaves it Charlie Beckwith, the keeper. Apparently, some saying that he is their player of the season. Not seen action so far yet. He delivers the ball down the centre. Chance here offside. Well spotted by the line on the far side. You're listening to Fox TV audio sponsored by Brewery. Summer having problems with the signal due to the Wi-Fi, but it's back with Coyle on the far side. Coyle sends it on the Van Leer, get the half Van Leer jostling with it in the centre. Can't get there. And Forsyth is fouled just inside the Bury Town half. Coyle over take it. Coyle puts the ball down, be a left footed. Out to 5 or 6 yards in the Bury half of this right hand side. Up goes the arm. Coyle delivers, puts the ball out wide towards Isaacson and Peters, and it'll flick on. Isaacson will try. No clear by Berry, only towards Coyle. Coyle last man back, gets down wide. Stannard into the Cajo. flips it through. He loses the ball, and very clear it sends it out wide to Ramadan, and he's passed out to Van Leer, throwing on this left-hand side. Nicky Davis coming over to take it. Davis gets the ball to Joe Carroll. Carroll back to Davis. Davis heavy touch, but gets it in. But Van Leer going to try and clear it. He's done well. Tight step, get the ball away. A chance here for Panther. Panther's been pushed out wide. Nobody with him. Panther has been pushed down there. Nothing given by the referee, but there was contact. Boost of the Kettering fans. The Van Leer trying to jog the ball, but put in Mensah underneath it, and Mensah gets ahead to it. Gets Peters, who leaves it foiled on that far side. Sends it long this time for Panther, who switched side. Can he keep the ball in? He can. Going to need some help. It's down by the corner flag. Plays it onto the Berry player for three. Good thinking by Peters. A throw into the pocket. No doubt Lane Rowe will go over. And a long throw in will no doubt take place here. 0-0 into the 8th minute. Been fast and furious so far. Boyle leading it for Rowe. Dispatch a long ball in, all Kettering Town tall men up there. Just Tajo and Tanodge in the back of their heart as it comes in. Rowe trying to find Peters. Keeper gets country. Block shot from the side, and then is put out for a goal kick. Well, Kettering fans giving it full voice, and a fantastic outing by the Kettering. Where you look, there's red and white, black all around the ground. So good atmosphere they're creating at the moment. Beckwith about to deliver this goal kick on the far side behind the bananas of Kettering. Sends it out high there. Peters underneath it, wins the header. A good header to Van Leer. Panther trying to find Fataggio, but he loses the ball. Tries to get it back. Foul by Fataggio and pushed away by Jolland. And that will be a free kick. Panther slowed it down. He wasn't 10 yards. It's taken quickly by Berry. Ball is sent along. Isaacson gets a good head onto it. There's Jolland again. Plays it out wide to Quantrell. He finds Jolland. Intercepted, trying towards Panther. Panther's won it. He's got three round him though. And it's kept in just by Carroll. He switches it onto the other side. Joe White out wide. Good triangle there, intercepted by Tanodge. And then he loses the ball to Canfer. Ball on that far side. Slips the ball through here to Quantrell, puts the shot in. Just goes wide of Paul White. For a moment there, I thought it was going to just slip in, but good chance for the home side. And an early escape, I'd say, there for Kettering. And it remains 0-0.
It does indeed. That was a close shot then from the home side. Excellent shot there, but we could say that Paul White had that covered. Paul White's just putting the ball down now and taking the goal kick away to our left-hand side. 10 minutes gone. Brought to you by Poppies TV. Apologise for the for some of the Dalek sounds you're getting at the moment, but hopefully you're getting something coming through on this important sort of the Premier Central fixture here on at the Getaway Car Stadium. Ball up in the air, over to Rowe. Rowe puts it into Panther. Panther can't get it cleared well up into the air there. Gets up to the half-time way. Mensah. There's a Rowe. Overhead kick from Rowe right into the corner. Poppy has been very energetic and pushing forward here, but George Quantrell's always got the ball and played it inside. Good tackle there from Boyle. All the way back to Paul White. Very hot out there. Some of the players, you can see the sweat sitting on there. Forehead, good head of the row there. Clear down into the middle. Fence underneath this, he'll clear it to the right hand side, back and forth side. Ivan played the ball across the pitch there, but he's being picked up by the number 7. And it will go all the way back. Played up there. Peters gets the ball, gets it down to the penalty on the left hand side. Done well. Well played by Van Leer. Van Leer has played a lovely ball out there. So he gets Petagio going, but he keeps it in. Robo get it, crosses it into the middle on the ball. Panther turns, he's got one on there. Takes a shot. Great save from the keeper. Second ball. Petagio off the line. Out of the line again. Petagio's there with the shot. Oh, just wide on the right hand side there. Fantastic play there. The Kettering Town players are arguing there to see if they could try and get a penalty, but my God, that was a scramble ball.
It was a scramble, and really we should have been ahead there. The shot just wide by Petagio in the end, but yeah, off the line. Good work by Panther. Stalker in the Hell Zone 1, FC Sudbury 0 in 7 minutes. So and Barwell 0, Bishop Stortford 1 our latest scores. So Poppins should be ahead. Very good move indeed. Panther the heart of it as the goalkeeper gets the ball out there. Becker goes out for a throw-in on the halfway line. And Boyle winning, delivers it quickly to Fanor. Fanor to Coyle. Coyle on a climb, Panther. Panther chests it down, puts it in the back. This time the referee gives a foul to Kettering, which is spot on by the referee. Going to have a word, I think, with the protagonist, which he is. That's a swift word. I can't see who the player is. He turns around. If he turns around, of course, they never do when you want them to. But it will be a free kick to the Poppage Paul lining this up. And pacing out the 10 yards. So on that far side, whistle goes. Coyle with it. Coyle swings the ball in towards Peters, but hits the ball and just goes over. Good attempt there by Peters. Another chance for the Poppies. Really unfortunate, lovely set piece there. He's got his head to it there, but just before it was in, as it stayed off the top of the net there. But hope today is not going to be the nearly then happening again. Lots of pressure, some good opportunity. Been very good on the break. Some excellent goal for us in their ranks today. So it's going to be still interesting. The hell's going 1-up now. It's all still to play for, but the result here at the France Stadium is all. The referee gives a push there against Peters, and Barrett's start again. Free kick taken quickly, kept it by surprise. It comes in towards that back post there, and that's going to go high wide and over for a goal kick. Yeah, it's a banker really held Zoe at Sudbury. I mean, we caught 10 by them in 2 games, so it should be an easy afternoon for Hales only on 1-up in 7 minutes. But Kettring's going to focus on what they're doing, and what they're doing so far seems to be working quite well. Should be a goal up, but stout defending by the hosts. The ball is with Isaacson. The side flicks it towards Rowe, and he's adjudged to have foul. So I thought it was very 50-50, and he goes down with Rowe. He commits the foul according to referee Matthewson.
Indeed, a bit harsh there. 50-50 really, as you said. Interesting, and down in front of us here, we are just literally behind the away dugout here, so we can see Liam and the always effervescent Nick Green monitoring the technical area here. Kicking every ball, heading every head. We're literally looking to see if we can try and get an edge in this game.
Free kick to the home side then. 10 yards or so in the part of the blue. Left foot quick over to the far side. High. Back with Jolland in the centre. Find it out wide. And it's trying to get to the side. Back Ivan sets it long for Panther. Panther couldn't get there. Good clearance by Hughes. Well, Pick the ball through. There's Isaacson. Isaacson back here. They're not doing that one. And when he gets to it, he can't Van Beek get the head onto it. The tennis going on. There's 5 feet of that one. Get out wide. Doesn't give Rome a chance to collect that out for a throw in. And we're into the 17th minute. If we had graphics, it would be in Kettering's favour at the moment.
Certainly would be in terms of possession, without a shadow of a doubt. But it seems to be a bit more pattern to the Kettering Town play that's been in a couple of the last games. But nevertheless, we've got 4 across the back. Starting with 3, and then the wing backs will pull back for a 5. But certainly, as we've got it at the moment, Kettering are doing very well. Chargeville picks the ball up well, holds it beautifully, passes it back, but Forsyth back to Mensah on the edge of the centre circle here, looking forward. He plays the ball up to see if he can try and get Coyle going. Cole gets it, Panther's in with a shot, and what a save that was! Beautiful play by Cole down the left-hand side, crossed the ball, and Panther met the ball in the 6-yard box, but somehow the keeper got his right foot to it, and it skimmed over the bar.
Fantastic save, reaction save. Really was going the wrong way. It stuck out a leg and it went over. The very people said to me that he should be their player of the season. On a save like that, you can see why. Looking at the scoreline at the moment, it's Bromsgrove Rovers 0, Real Bedford 1 is the latest score. As Kettering get the corner on that far side. If we can find a ball, that is. We have got one now. Pataggio is going over to take this. Ball Kettering at the moment, and could have been a couple of goals up, but unfortunately it's still 0-0. And the referee stopped a bit of pushing and shoving in that 6-yard box, which you couldn't expect. A beautiful afternoon here in Suffolk. My first visit to this ground anyway, and watching Bury. Been through it a few times with Kettering, but it sounds like a Kettering home game, this does.
It's amazing support, Paul, really is.
There goes the whistle. Pataggio puts in a low ball. It's a poor one from him. It's cleared easily at the near post. It spoons out, and Lear plays it on to the very player for Kettering Town throw and taken quickly. That push on Panther, nothing given by the referee. Blatant foul, and it goes out for a goal kick. He gets 1 in 3, doesn't he? I think
he gets 1 in 3, Paul. I think he's lucky with that, but he is a player that plays on the edge. Let's put it that way. In terms of the way in which he gets tackled, he's often on the floor. But
yes, he's slipped the edge many times, isn't he?
He is supposed to be but that was a foul. I think we can definitely say, foul. Yeah, that was a foul.
So Charlie Beckwith made that amazing save, gets us back underway. Rowe gets ahead to it, wins it, puts the ball forward to Pataggio. He won't win that header, hasn't. The side chests it down to Fanod. He flicks it onto Coyle. Coyle heads it down under pressure, loses the ball, but gets it out. And now we're throwing the top on the halfway line. Coyle takes it quickly with Harvey Peters. Peters finds Mensah. Mensah in the centre. Little touch, and very lucky there not to lose that and give them a chance to control. But Peters sends it a chase for Pataggio by Coyle. Coyle coming forward. Coyle puts it through to Panther. Panther whips it over and goes out of play for a goal kick.
He could have crossed that. I think the Rowe was in the middle there, and he could have easily slotted it in. But nevertheless, good opportunity there. Panther's putting himself around like a feisty terrier up front there to be able to try and penetrate this fairly compact Bury Town defence. They've got the usual sort of 2 fairly large centre halves and 2 fairly nippy wing backs on either side. But teams are evenly matched into the formation, but obviously had 2 off the line, 2 saved, and a couple of misses which they should have scored. But let's see what happens.
More bad news for Kettering. Redditch 1, 4-0 is the latest score at the moment. So Beckwith gets us back into the place out wide, and goes straight out of play, much to Max Vaughan's disappointment. Couldn't keep it in. Call on the halfway line with the throw in. Gets it back to Peters. Peters used to this part of the country, of course, being Sudbury. Gets it to Mensah. He switches it to Isaacson. Isaacson being pressurised here by Davis. Gets it through, but gives it straight to Joe Carroll. And then Jolland Gets the ball back, will push in the back there, but Tajo loses the ball again under pressure. It's Taylor Parr. Well done by Patajo. Flicks the ball into Van Leer. Van Leer shows too much of the ball and then fouls Tommy Hughes. That will be a free kick. 22 minutes gone here, 0-0. Kettering with the best chance of the game. Should be ahead in this game. They're not. And all the teams around them are winning.
They are indeed. They're going 1-0 up at the moment. We're out of the playoff places, so we've got to get a result here. Mensa clears. Van Leer to hold the ball, but Kettering is away there because very good part to forward again. Ricardo's trying to pressurise. The back three. Not down. Ball out.
It is as Joe Carroll gets the ball back to Parr, the keeper, Beckwith. He gets it back to Taylor Parr. Sends it along. Mensa underneath it. Mensa wins the header, gets it to Panoj in the centre. Panoj going forward in the centre circle. Got Coyle out there, he wants to use it. Hasn't done so far. Switched in on the side to Rowe. Blaine Rowe on this right-hand side, trying to beat his man, going down there, put the ball over, it comes in, spot Patajo, can he turn? He can't, gets the ball back to the side, out to Rowe again, has remained in that position. Rowe going to try and get his beat man again, comes inside, Rowe blocked and cleared by the Blues as Isaacson loses the ball, but there's Mensa, and his double shuffle didn't work, but he gets it eventually. Good work from Mensa. The side, ships it forward to Panther, and leg by Joe Carroll puts it out for a throw in. More pressure for the Poppies, and it's quite exciting that this
is getting there for definitely Poppies beginning to develop a bit ahead of steam here. They're putting the pressure on. They're actually pressing from the front, which they haven't done for quite a few games, and you can see some players taking on some liquid already. And we're only 23 minutes now at the 24th minute as the long throw's going to come from our right-hand side.
I'm going to play some liquid too. Hopefully, got some decency in here. Rowe puts the ball into that near post, flicks over there, goes over everybody, and then he touch might get some play there. Ball being put forward. Panoj needs to react quickly under pressure here from Boswell. He does react, gets the ball back into the very half to be cleared by Campo. It is high. Coyle underneath this. Paul White gets the ball, headed back by Coyle. About to deliver the ball. Got the line if you're listening throughout, wherever you're listening from. There's a foul there by the number 3 on Panther. And he's given it the other way as Panther was upended. And the referee can have a word with him.
He's got to be careful here because he was unhappy with that challenge, but nevertheless he's got to watch his lip here because I don't think the referee's going to take much longer to ball. I don't think.
It was off the ball, wasn't it? And the referee gives a free kick to Berry, Panther, and Forsyth talking to the referee.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to give him a fairly canned explanation of quantum physics there, but I think Panther's got it. So it's good to see his mighty nature just going to control that for a bit, channel it towards the game.
Beckwith with the free kick. Peters underneath this one, gets the header, but in doing so gets it out to the number 2, Joe White. White coming inside, fires the ball to Hughes. Hughes, back to White, to Hughes, chips it forward. Got Quantrell on the far side, he slips inside. Ball comes into White, cleared. To Panoj. Panoj overruns it, but gets it to Panoj. 1-2 to Isaacson, back to Panoj. Panoj slips it into the side, who then is fouled. And it goes down. And free kick to the Poppies. Foul thereby. He turns round. Number 4, Tommy Hughes, on the side, who was wearing ice after Monday's game against Peterborough United under 23s. That won't do him any favours. What happened there? Left down with a bit of thrash on this hard surface. Paul White sends it long towards Fanley. He won't win that. Cleared easily by Berry. Isaacson gets a head into the side, clear through the stumble by Rowe. Cleared by Berry. Camper underneath it. Heavy touch from him. The ball goes to Padgett. Padgett on a fine row, but he can't. Good triangles here from Berry. On the trail. Gets it to Jolland, but he plays it on to Van Leer for a throw-in. 0-0, 27 minutes of a very entertaining game indeed.
Hale's going still 1-0 up here on exactly the same goal difference as us, 21, but they've scored more goals, so they're in the fifth place at the moment, but still all to play for here at the Gateway Guard Stadium.
Well, that's a foul on Van Leer off the ball. And Eddie Panther playing head tennis with Parr, which is very stupid. But Van Leer was pushed in the back off the ball. And then Panther went head to head here. The referee has got some decisions to make here.
There's a bit of pushing and shoving going between Coyle and Camper as well. Some of the players coming over to the bench, referees consulting the referee's assistants come onto the pitch. Paul, it's
definitely the ball, blatant pushing the back on Van Leer, and the referee speaking to his assistant on this right hand side. This could be a critical moment of the game here, because to lose a man on either side at this stage of this game, and the referee is having a pointing match, but he's having a word with Parr, who was the pusher in the back, and Van Leer. I think it'll just be a talking to, looking at the referee.
It's going to pocket, but it looks like it might be bookings. He's got his yellow card out.
The card is coming out. And the card each for Van Leer and for Parr. But what I saw of it to Van Leer was the innocent. He was just pushed and thrown to the floor. But he's booked them both, though.
He has indeed, and we thought the referee might not be too lenient, I suppose, the best way to put it. But it could have been worse there. It's fine margins. We're down to last game of the season. We don't want this to be spoiled by anybody leaving the pitch at this stage. But certainly for the Poppies players, there's a lot on the line here. And certainly Panther is still chatting away. Fanley as calm as ever, but referees managed that very well, and we're thankfully about to wait for a game of football to break out again.
Beckwith with the free kick sends it out on the right-hand side. Peters underneath this one. Peters wins the header again, gets to Van Leer. Van Leer can't find Panther, but it has arrived at Panther on that far side. Only Patagio with him. Panther being forced out wide. Panther comes in, he puts the ball in. A good save by the keeper. Again, in his 6-yard box to the near post. If the ball had slipped through, there was Patagio to tap it in. So Beckwith, the busiest of the keepers, pulled off the decent saves. One of them was fantastic, as Isaacson wins this header from the goal kick side, up in the air, no direction on that one, as Rowe gets his head to it, and then that's headed down by Jolland. Panther is then fouled. Come along, referee. Panther goes down injured, getting no protection from the referee whatsoever. And on comes Michael Hunter. It seems like most teams, if you can't beat Panther, foul him. And that's what's happening this afternoon.
There was a little bit after the ball there with Yolland was trying to pull Panther up. I mean, Panther's on the ground there holding his leg, so I don't know what else he could possibly do there. But I tell you what, this is going to be interesting, and we're only in the 35th minute here, 31st minute of the first half here, so there's plenty to be gone. But I don't know if we'll end up here with everybody still staying on the pitch, because I tell you what, Berry Town are not on the beach.
They're not on the beach, are they? And at the moment, we are still in the playoffs. And
don't know what the score was there, but watching the live
Neither
mini
market
printer come in, if you
losing
like.
1-0.
And, thanks to Chris Simpson there, who blatantly thought that was a red card from here, but looks like it's hell going. Gone 2 up there. I presume so.
Neither market 0, Banbury 1.
Oh, Banbury
score here. So that's very good for Kettering. Leaves us in 5th position at the moment as it's a free kick. Panodge on there. No booking for the blatant foul on Panther. Poor refereeing by the official, in my opinion, for what that were. As Coyle puts the ball in to Van Leer, and that goes off way for a goal kick. 0-0, 32 minutes. Very lively game indeed here. And Kettering should be ahead in this game.
I think we should all be wearing Banbury United shirts at this stage, with them going now 1-0 up. That drops Needham Market out of the top 5. But still all to blame for. But what an end of the season.
What an end indeed, as the ball is fired high on the far side. It's gone out of play. It'll be a throw to Kettering. Coyle goes to retrieve the ball. It goes over the stand. New ball required.
Yeah, I'm just saying to Chris Simpson there, he might be on the other side as well, but I'm sure that anybody would be able to sort out the red card. But appreciate your comments coming in. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're enjoying the coverage now. We got the sound sorted out.
Yes, exterminate's all over, isn't it? Exterminate. Coyle with the throw in. Trying to get Van Leer, but it doesn't arrive at him. It does arrive at Panodge, though. Panodge going forward, knocks off the ball. Nothing given by the referee as Quantrell wins it, gets it back to Hughes on the halfway line. Back into the very half with Parr. Beats 1, beats 2. It doesn't beat Coyle. Flips the ball through to Panther. Panther chest it down. Gets it to Potato, knocks off the ball. And referee not giving anything to Kettering. The Kettering player is down on the far side as Panodge picks it through to Potato. He can't get that. He goes out harmlessly. And Van Leer take another one to the head. And seem to be very, very physical in this first half. And this referee isn't strong enough, I don't think, to combat that.
No, I think you're right, Paul. There's been a couple of challenges where I know he brandished 2 cards there, but I think he's going to have a very interesting second half, this referee. It's hot conditions. Still a lot to be played for here, and they're certainly very proud of doing their credit to the league. I think we can say that in terms of them.
I'd wish to roll over.
Game, but we would, yeah, absolutely. If you tickle our tummies, then it'll be a different result. But we've got a game on here, and it's going to be interesting. 34th minute, Paul.
It is, as Beckwith gets the game back underway. He goes over Coyle and goes out of play for a throw-in on that far side. Coyle back in his team after missing a couple with a slight injury. Gets the ball, but only goes through to C. Goes through to Van Leer, who seems to be okay, but he's lost the ball. A bit of a forward ball to there, gets answered. He's jostled out of that. Isaacson gets the header in, trying to find Rowe. Headed out and wide to Isaacson, right into as well. Heads the ball. Fit through the Panther. Oh, come along, a referee. And he's fouled again, this time by Jolland. And he's got a yellow card as Panther receives some more stick from this dirty Berry side. And you've got to say that they are taking it to the limit.
They certainly are there. I mean, there was no need for any. I mean, the actual play was just outside the home dugout, about just inside the Berry half there. No need for that. But Jolland was the other player that pulled Panther up from the floor earlier, and he wasn't penalised for that. But he goes straight into the book, and it's a free kick which Coyle will take and be a set piece ball.
It will. Let's hope we can punish them for some of these moments they've had. As Coyle now coming over to take this dirty ball towards that back post, gets over everybody, did easily. My view, can't get touch into it. Puts the ball in. Oh, a great save from Beckwith again. A speculative shot from Panodge. He's going to creep in at his near post. He gets a hand to it, pushes it out. It'll be a throwing for Kettering. This goalkeeper is having an excellent game for the Blues, and certainly keeping them in it. They could be 3 down without him.
Oh, definitely. No, he had a great game in the winning it well here as well. So he's been excellent this season for them. There's no doubt about that. But Poppy's put the pressure on to the throw on the far side.
Rowe then with the long throw in. It comes meant to stay. It goes over everybody. Little headed out there. You get the big arm. It is with Panther in the penalty area. Gets a corner out of it. Good work from Eddie Panther. Corner to Kettering on this right-hand side into the 37th minute. It's all been Kettering, the exception of one mix-up at the back. And how on earth the Poppies on the goal ahead? Really got to scratch your heads on that one, but they're playing really well at the moment, just at the right time. Let's hope they can capitalise on it. Boyle with the corner. A lot of movement in that 6-yard box you'd expect. He comes in here, there, punched out by the keeper. A good punch as Rowe is going to race to keep this one in, or he may leave it to go out, which he does. It will be a throw in from him. And again, a good punch from Charlie Beckworth. And if they are going to vote for their man of the season, if he's been playing like this all season, he will win it hands down as in comes the throw in. Get it out by Peters. Comes into Coyle. Coyle puts one in. Coyle high, just goes wide of the post from distance. And that will be a goal kick. 0-0, 38 minutes gone here at the Ramham Meadow Stadium.
It's certainly consistent pressure on the Poppies, and I must say, away to our right-hand side, it looks like the tin hat in the second half with Poppies playing against them. It's a fantastic turnout from the Poppies fans, and they are making some noise of that, there's no doubt. They're trying to inhale every time the ball goes anywhere near the goal, but Beckwith clears up into the air again, headed on there by Camphor, and Mentor gets his foot in there, but a bit late challenge there from George Quantrell. And it gives Poppies a free kick just inside their half, which Paul White's going to step up again. Poppies actually throwing nearly ever forward again, Paul.
Yeah, very attacking Kettering Town this afternoon. Boyle for Paul White. No. Sure what the referee wants to take it from where the linesman is parallel with, so it's about 2 yards back. So Coyle, left-footed, sweeps the ball in, goes towards Peter, gets a foot onto it, comes through to get goal! Oh, Eddie Panther gets a foot to it. The crowd go ballistic. Kettering take the lead, and deservedly so.
Absolutely brilliant. Lovely floated free kick there in his own half from Coyle. Played it in, headed on there, and Panther was on the apex of the 6-yard box there just to leap and side put that past an absolute distraught Charlie Beckworth. But it's 1-0. It's the 37th minute of the first half. Poppies are in the playoff places.
That's Panther's 18th goal of the season. He equals Rhys Honus's tally from 18-19. And excellent work from Panther, who's taken an enormous amount of stick from the Bury players. And with the possession that Kettering have had, nobody can say that they don't deserve it. And they take the lead to go 1-0 ahead in this vitally important game here in Suffolk. And let's hope they can continue in that vein, though.
Absolutely, and that's going to make certainly the supporters from Aylesbury and Anteater Market are not going to be happy about that. But nevertheless, for all Poppies fans, it is what we came here for, which is a lead and a possible 3 points. But it's not all over yet, and I can tell you that Barry won't be taking this sitting down. But at the moment, there's 5 minutes to go now in this first half. Poppies are 1-0 up, and the referee's just looking for a new ball as the ball heads over the far main stand here. But great news for Poppies so far, Paul, and actually well deserved.
Very well deserved indeed. Very nice little ground actually here. A lot of cover and very well presented. And yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. And it's back in play now with Parr. He squares it to Carroll. Carroll into the centre. And Lear can't win that one. It's on the far side with Joe White. White coming forward, out wide. Coyle gets a foot in. It's back with White, and then it's with Morn. But intercepted there. A foul by Coyle on Vaughan. Morn, sorry, and there'll be a free kick on the far side. Gives a rare opportunity for the hosts to put Paul White under pressure. Not had a lot to do well at Whitey this afternoon. Let's hope that they don't do anything else either. It is a free kick at the moment, just coiling the wall. It's about 7 yards from the angle of the penalty area on the far side. He comes in here, headed out. Going to go for Berry throwing down by the corner flag on the far side. And Berry going to be Joe Carroll go over to take it. Looks like he can be their long throw specialist the way that it's aiming up. So Carroll went back against the barriers. In it comes. Paul White goes down. Good catch with Paul White. He goes down in the 6-yard box and he caught it well, did Paul White. Very good take from him. And 52 minutes. There will be a bit of stoppage time, I think, Doug, with the stoppages we've had.
Yes, indeed. Michael Hunter's been on twice, so there'll be a little bit of time there, but I don't think too much. Boyle flips it all forward to Panther again. Panther's got the ball from the 18-yard box. Can he turn? He's pushed over. Referee's not going to give anything else. Ricardo, under James Fleece, as he comes out, ball goes to Van Hodgson. Ricardo goes down, ball's played in, cleared out by Berry again, but Forsyth picks that up to Mensa in the circle, back to White, and cleared up into the beautiful, pristine blue sky here in Suffolk, and headed backwards. Picked up by Berry, playing a little long ball forward. Peters underneath this, plays it into Van Leer. He can't control the ball. He goes down for a push, but here comes Berry Town. Great tackle there, but it's all going. Played the ball out to the number 9 on the inside. He'll get a volley straight into Paul White's arms, and he collects that after the second attempt, but he did well. But Liam McDonald's going absolutely mad down here, saying, why didn't you stop that attack? He had 2 tackles in there before he got a shot away.
Yeah, it was a good save from Paul White. Well hit by Ramadan, and the ball is back with Beckwith on the far side. Ball back in play as Forsyth gets to put into Rowe, but he gives the ball straight away to Mickey Davis. He's been pressurised by Van Leer. Turns, puts the ball out. Good work there from Van Leer, forcing the ball out for a Kettering throw-in as the Kettering Barmy Army chants are coming from the fans behind the goal. And as Doug said, it does look like the tin hat at the moment, full of Kettering fans. And not heard any Berry chants whatsoever, to be honest. But it's going to be the throw-in. Rowe with a long one coming in, gets it there towards Peters. The back header from him, headed out. Pataja puts in a shot, it's blocked. Van Leer back to Mensa. Mensa squares it to Coyle on the centre circle. Coyle puts the ball in towards Panther. That's going to go out of play, I would think. Out comes Beckwith. He bolted out quickly on the far side into the last minute of the first half of the regular time. It's back with White on that far side. Back to White again. He's going to switch it. No, he's not. He decided to put it through to Parr. Now it's with Hughes. Hughes puts it square to Carroll. Heavy touch from him. Rowe wins that one, but gives it straight back to Tommy Hughes. Now they're coming forward. 3 minutes of time added on as the ball is on the far side. Hughes to Jolland. Jolland slips the ball through. A chance here. Tries a pan board. Nothing given. Kettering clear it to Fataggio. Fataggio is going to send Panther away. Panther is away here. Can he get on side here with it? He's been at an acute angle. He's got nothing on now. As only Fataggio comes up, he's going down to the corner flag and trying to get a corner out of it, which he does. I think it's a throw-in actually right by the corner flag. He got nothing on though, Doug, so he did well with that.
He did well. He didn't take a shot. He couldn't. He was pushed out actually down to the right-hand side, but did well to get the throw-in on the right-hand side. 3 minutes were played for additional minutes here in the first half, so this will be probably the last attack. Everybody going forward. Even Coyle is deep into Berrytown territory. Paul White's come up to almost to the centre circle. We're just waiting for the ball to come in now. As it does, comes in. Ball side with the head up. It's actually cleared out, but only as far as number 9. Trying to get a breakaway here. Quantrell's on the halfway line looking for the ball. Played out to Yolland. They're coming for an attack. Referee's not doing anything at all at this stage. They've come inside number 11 there. Mickey Davis played it inside. Tadjo gets a good intercept. Comes out to Rowe. It'll be cleared out by Isaacson. He does clear out right up the pitch. Only a couple more minutes left, Paul. I think this should be it.
It could well be as the ball goes back to Beckworth. Fits it to Park. Referee looks at his watch. Out wide to Carroll. Carroll slips it in. Intercepted by Tadjo, but gets it to Quantrell. Quantrell back to Hughes. Hughes squares it on the far side to White. It's in Kettering's half now. Good tackle by Coyle. Beats 1, beats 2. Sends it long. It'll be a chase to Parr. He allows it to run through to the keeper, who touches it back to him. Referee has a cursory glance at his watch again. As we're deep into time added on here. Fanodge can't stop that, reaching the number 4, Hughes. Finds Carroll and White. Tadjo foul on him by Quantrell. Kasai sweeps the ball from the free kick to Rowe. Rowe now coming forward. This could be the last attack. Rowe beaming down this right-hand side. Rowe still to be through. Rowe put the ball through here. A chance here, but it's cut out well by the home side. And they clear it with aplomb. Referee has a look at his other watch. Got 2 watches. And I think one's a sundial the way it's going. You have to look again. And I made that. We're into the 4th minute of time added on, but I haven't got a watch, so I'm just making it up.
This is what the referee's doing as well, Paul. I think the way it's going.
There goes the half-time whistle then. And if you're from Poppyland, it's a very good first half performance from Kettering, who take the advantage 1-0. They could have been probably 2 or 3 ahead, but with some outstanding saves from Charlie Beckworth in goal. But it's all smiles at the moment here from the Ram Meadow Stadium. Doug and I leave you with the scoreline. Berrytown 0, Kettering Town 1. We'll see you in 15. Welcome back then to the Ram Meadow Stadium here at Bury as the teams come out for the second half of football. 45 minutes to see if Kettering can capitalise on their 1-0 lead and get into the playoffs where they are at the moment. 45 minutes, the most important 45 minutes of Kettering's season coming up so far. And if they felt like they did in the first half, then they should be in those playoffs. But football has a funny way of sorting things out, and who knows what's going to happen. But it was a very good goal from young Panther, getting his 18th goal this season. He's been harshly treated by the Bury defenders, being hacked down time and time again. And at least he got his revenge by scoring a very well-timed goal indeed to put Kettering 1-0 ahead in that first half. No changes from either side, just a few notes there. Andau and Alfie Lewis are injured. They're here along with Kai Fifield, who wasn't selected today. They're all here watching. So at the moment, if results stay as they are, and I don't want to be the prophet of doom here, we're going to be playing away at Real Bedford on Wednesday. But 45 minutes of football, we'll see if that happens. It is Quantrell over the ball, kicking from left to right. Poppy's fans have gone to the other end of the ground, and we are off. It's pumped out wide. There's Peters, gets the head to it to Van Leer, but his ball is boofed away. And that's going to go out of play for a goal kick. All white then, all in green. Didn't have a lot to do in the first half, but what he had to do, he dealt well with. Two comfortable saves. But Paul White then on the far side. You listen to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. And we thank Marcus and Elgood's once again for their continued support of Poppy's TV. As White gets the ball through to Vataggio, gets a head to it, but he can't win the second header. Forsyth can flicks it on to Van Leer, trying to find Panther, but it's cleared by Hughes. And the chance here for the home side, being pushed out wide to Morn. Morn, the number 7, gets it back to White. Out wide, and that goes out of play for a Poppy's throw-in. And so we'll try and bring you up to date with the scores as they go in throughout the second half. Our main concentration, of course, here at Ram Meadow Stadium. Coyle with a throw on this right-hand side. Coyle trying to find Vataggio, beaten to it by White. White again, hooked away by Hughes. Van Leer intercept. Van Leer pumps the ball through. There's a collision between Van Leer and Hughes. And Jolland gets the ball out on the far side to Joe Carroll. Carroll has to go back to collect the ball in his own half. He's now going forward on the far side of the ground. Switches it on this far side. Coyle gets a head to it. Through to Forsyth. Forsyth, sloppy ball though, gives it away to Joe White. White being marshalled by Panther and Coyle. It's back to Parr. Parr squares it. Parr booked in the first half for a foul on Panther. Good work by Perry, but then in saying that, commentators curse and good in this regard. Carroll hoofs the ball out of play for a Poppy's throw-in halfway in Kettering's half and our near side. Welcome back, Doug.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us again. And the sun is still beaming down here. This Coyle takes a long throw in deep into Bury territory and it's hooched again right up into the air. Fence underneath that. Puts it into orbit. Ball goes out in front of the home dugout for another throw to Kettering. As we are at the moment, we are all set for a Wednesday trip to Bedford. But for the play 4, ball goes down the line, headed on by Van Leer. Goes to Fanodge. Fanodge in the area, he's policed out of it, goes to Forsyth. Tries to play it inside to Van Leer, but it comes off Derriere and goes for a 3-count throw down to our left-hand side here. But certainly Berry not really pushing it too much at the moment, but see if the conditions are affecting them.
Fanod gets a boot in, but can't get the header away. And it's towards Fanod to get Fanod towards Panther. Panther, he's been tussled off the ball, thrown down to the floor again. Fanod gets the ball back to Peter. Peter takes the heavy touch, has to turn, plays it back to Paul White. Paul White to deliver it away. Fanod, Tajik gets into Van Leer. Van Leer through to Panther. Panther, can he get a strike in here? He's been muscled off it, and there's just to have fouled Carroll very harsh indeed. And good work though from Panther. Referee Matthewson, not a Panther fan, I don't think. Certainly been against him throughout. Beckwith, who was exceptional in that first half, although he's conceded one, delivers the ball long. Mensah repeats underneath the Peter gets there. It only goes through though to Morn. Morn weaving his way through, gets it out to wide. Van Leer gets a foot in, and the side can't clear the ball. Morn does well. Gets it squared to Quantrell. Quantrell going forward, a little flick through. Peters gets it to Van Leer. Van Leer loses the ball under pressure by two Berry players. It's Hughes back to Parr on the centre line, back to Parr again, and he just hoops the ball out, throws his hands up in desperation. Good harassing from Kettering. And they're like Jack Russell's at the feet of the Berry Town player, not giving them a minute to think. And Coyle shape up, take this throw in.
It was good pressure, as Paul was saying there, from Poppies. They've really pushed in the second half. I'm sure that Liam McDonald's laid it on the line for them in terms of being focused. And indeed, on that basis, it's Kai Williams and Nathan Jeshe away to our left-hand side are just warming up. Not that they need too much warming up on this day. It's got to be about 19, 20 degrees here in Suffolk. Positively tropical. As Charlie Beckwith, he's had a really good first half apart from the goal, which he could do nothing about, is waiting to take this goal kick, which he does. Plants it right at the back, meant to be underneath this, but Isaacson gets a good header underneath, and again, bit of head tennis. Goes all the way back to Parr. Parr plays it out to Joe White, just inside his own half on the right-hand side. Played the ball down the channel, just trying to get Ramadan into play, but that runs out for a goal kick. Paul White will be very grateful for. A good formation from Poppies, three at the back, two wing-backs pushing on when they can. They're doing very well at the moment. Isaacson, long ball, trying to find Panther. It'll never get that far. Parr picks it out well inside his own half. Goes all the way back to Charlie Beckwith again here. Have to build again for Berry. It's still all the play for. Back to the keeper. Lovely ball out in there on the right-hand side, just for them to come inside, come out to the halfway line. This will be a long cross-field ball. See if they can try and get Ramadan into the game, which they can do. First time cross, ricochets, but only goes as far as Quantrell. Back out to Parr here on the edge of the box. Ball goes out to the far side. That's going to be headed out by Rowe. Rowe did a great job there to face his own goal. Just glanced that out for a corner on the far side there.
Yeah, good work from the hosts. They're moving the ball around well. They've come out with a different approach in this the second half. Of course, they're a goal down, so they've got to be. And although nothing rides on this game, they'll be as professional as possible, I suppose, to keep the league alive. For the other teams chasing for that position, it's Tommy Hughes who's gone over to take this corner on the far side. Up goes the arm. It's going to be an in-swinger. So in it comes. Paul White in the middle gets a good punch on it. Being punched out, but Quantrell gets it back to Jolland. Back to the corner taker. He puts it in again. Get it out by Mensah. A good header there. Only Van Leer up front. He heads it down to... well, it's been intercepted by Quantrell. Gets it back to Beckwith. Beckwith high into the sky. Mensah underneath it wins the header. Van Leer can't win that. Panther can't either. Headed by Jolland to White. He finds Morn, but intercepted by Thanos. Going towards Panther. Nobody with him, though. Squares it to Forsyth on the centre line. Gets it out wide to Isaacson on the far side. Isaacson just enters the very half. Gets the return from Forsyth. It's back to Forsyth in Kettering's half. He squares it to Mensah, who's gone back into Kettering's half. Out wide to Peters. Peters through to Van Leer. Van Leer turns well under pressure from White. And then he's fouled. Nothing given. Advantage. He goes down injured as Van Leer fouled off the ball right in front of the referee. Did nothing about it. Nothing about it whatsoever, the referee. Another poor decision from the official. Van Leer still down, and Peters puts the ball out, fortunately for Kettering, as on comes Michael Hunter.
Van Leer's still down, isn't he? So that was it was right in front of the referee there. He didn't feel there was a foul, but nevertheless, it gives a chance for the players to get a bit of a water break here and regroup, reorganise, rethink how they're doing. Nick Green is there, is again keeping them all going. All the players coming down now to the respective benches just to see what instructions are needed at this point, and I'm sure there'll be some. I think the substitutes will be interesting for the second half, Paul, because given the heat, even with the potential chance of a playoffs, I think the use of substitutes is going to be quite strategic here.
Well, I think looking at it at the moment, it looks like that Van Leer may well be coming off, and Wes York is going to be coming on. I've just seen the disco board, quite apt as 1970s.
Well, it's absolutely.
And just see the disco board, and it does look like you can see it there, can't you? The 7 for 20.
Yes.
And so Wes York then, I think. Van Leer taken a lot of stick in the last few games, and he's going to make way in the 56th minute here for Kettering's first substitution. And Wes York coming on to play Will Van Leer.
Yes, Van Leer was holding his stomach earlier as well. So Mount Fluin here is on his 651st game as lead kickman. He's been a fantastic servant to Kettering Town. This will be could be his last game. Hopefully not. We've still got a Wednesday, hopefully, if that all works out. But managed that substitution masterfully, as always. And on comes Wes York. And off goes William Van Leer, just having some high fives for the rest of the bench. As we restart the game down to our right-hand side, just inside the barrier half with a throw, which the Barry Town player passes it back to all the way back to Paul White.
Yeah, so very sporting of them, that was.
Very Corinthian spirit.
Yep. As White delivers the ball long for Panther, and it goes through the Wes York, gets the first touch, it wedges through, here, put ball in, shoots straight into the arms of Beckworth, and no real direction on the ball, but it was his near post. And Wes back into the game. It's been thrown out on the far side to Jolland. It's back with Jolland from Carroll. On the ball, sends Mensah and the side gets it through and loses the ball. But Isaacson to Thanos moving forward. Thanos checks, sends the ball through, but it's intercepted by White. Coyle can't do much with that. Loses out to Hughes, who finds Jolland in the centre. Pushes the ball forward to number 9 now. Ramadan. Good square ball to White. A good searching ball, but on his right-hand side. White going forward. White out wide to Morn. Inside, there's a chance here for Hughes. Hughes might try long range. He does put it out wide to the number 10 here. Quantrell puts the ball in, intercepted by Peters. And that goes out the frame by the cornerback on the right-hand side. 1-0 to Poppies in this second half. Goal scored in the first by Eddie Panther.
58th minute ball, and it's still all to play for here. It's still a fragile lead because Halesowen have gone 3-0 up now. And clinging on to that 5th place with Niedermarket losing 1-0. So we're still in 4th. But on the attack, though, is rifle the ball across the goal there. And, number 10, Quantrell. but ball goes pinging away, thankfully, as the Kettering fans are still in full voice away to our left-hand side. Flags akimbo and fluttering in the what is any wind here at a tree-lined ferry town. It's still a 1-0, it's still fragile. We've got to keep going, and 58 minutes gone. It's still an interesting match to play for. White played the ball up to there. Row underneath that. You get first touch or second touch. It's a Kettering throw right in front of the stand on the far side there. Kettering in no hurry to be able to take this. With Row will be taking it. Nick Green's marshalling his troops down there. He's never stopped pacing as the long throw goes into the middle, headed out by Berrytown. The three go by Rowe, who goes down. Vicious tackle going in there. Thanos can't get it. Isaacson tried to get a ball in, but they come away with it on the left-hand side. It's Contrell hugging that touchline. Comes in on the left-hand side. He's into the edge of the area. Can he get a shot away? He's still got the ball. Tries to play it across, but it's cleared. But only as far as Yolland is on the edge of the area. Plays it back inside and completely missed. But on the edge of the area, shot by the number 11. Great save. Ricocheted off the upright. Ball's still played out and it's going to go for a corner. My God, that was close, Paul. That was unbelievable shot there. Great save from Paul White.
Unbelievable save from Paul White. It was he couldn't get the hands on the ball, if that's a metaphor. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, brilliant save. And it's gone for a corner. Kettering under a bit of pressure. The first time they've really been under pressure. And really, Berry should have equalised there. But all credit to the big man in goal. And fantastic save from White. Comes in, headed out of the near post. And Wes York gets it through to Patadjo. Sends it through to Panther, but that's too wide for him. Out comes the keeper Beckworth. And slices the ball through to Carroll on that far side. As I said earlier, Berry have come out with different intentions in his second half. And they look a little more dangerous than they did in that first half, spraying the ball around well. It's Quantrell who almost made that equaliser. Out to Morn. Morn spreads the ball through to Farr. And then to Jolland, but there is York, clears it. It wasn't York, it was Coyle, sorry. He clears it back in Kettering's half again with Jolland. Jolland on his right-hand side hits Banodge. As Banodge can't get the ball clear. Still in Kettering's half. Hughes wears it. Good ball into the centre circle. Headed down to Thanos. He takes a heavy touch. Clears it though. Only Panther in there. Panther chests it down. A good ball to Patadjo. Patadjo turns. Gets the ball out wide to Isaacson on the far side. Kettering now with a chance to come forward. Isaacson threads the ball through towards Panther. The chance here for York. Offside goes the flag. And being taken quickly. Hughes through to Contrell. But there's Peters. Peters through to Thanos. Thanos to side. Back to Mensah. Mensah in the centre. Sends it out wide. Trying to find York. I don't think York will get it. Pushed in the back. Gets a head onto it. Leaves it for Isaacson. It's Rowe to Isaacson, sorry. He gives the ball away. Straight through to Hughes. Run by York to Thanos. Thanos. Patadjo. Patadjo. Feeds it through to the overlapping York. York puts the ball in here to Panther. Panther, can he turn? He can't. He's been pushed out wide. That goes for a goal kick. He couldn't control that. 63 minutes. We've got a game on now as the home side are going to make a change. And
Number
can't see who's coming on.
Number
Yeah,
15,
number
I think it is.
15 is coming on. Jamie McGrath, the equal leading goal scorer for the hosts, replacing Oliver Camper, who's also the equal leading goal scorer on 11 league goals each. So one replaces the other. McGrath has got, as I say, 11 goals and isn't to be messed around with. That is for sure. Drinks break as this is happening. McGrath scored a hat-trick against Quad in the 4-4 draw here. And so got to keep our eyes on him, Doug.
it just shows the firepower that they do have up front, and I'm quite glad to see Camper going off actually, because he was a bit of a pain in Bobby's side in that first half, and he certainly put himself around. But whilst one of the very talented physios throws a water bottle in the face of Hughes, both sides just getting some instructions just to see if they can keep it tight. It's a bit frenetic at points, Paul, I think. If we want to try and just retain the ball and try and hold off, it looks like Poppies are going to have to make another substitution, because right on the far side, I can't see quite. Is that Plain
Row is down. It's been
yeah.
receiving treatment, and Michael Hunter, I know, has turned to the bench, and there is going to be I think, a substitution.
Should be interesting who they're going to bring on now, because
the Andau is coming on.
Yeah.
Second substitution then. Both of Kettering's substitutions have been enforced, and Blaine Rowe having to go off in the 65th minute, replaced by Levy Andau.
The attendance just been mentioned there. I think that's that 1,372,
which I think is their largest home attendance of the season. So,
wow.
When you consider there's about 600 Kettering fans here, then you go to show. Back underway then with a goal kick from Beckwith. Peters gets ahead to it. He goes out for a throw in. And with Morn, squares it into centre. Good chest down there by Carroll. Carroll going forward, stretches the ball out wide. Back into Jolland. He turns and makes it to Hughes. Hughes finds Quantrell. Quantrell to White. White right-footed. Plays it out wide to Morn. Into White. Ball comes in, headed out by Kettering. Mensley to get in. Great save from White again. Wow. I thought that was going to be the equaliser. It was going straight into that top right-hand corner. It went down. Paul White got a stretched hand to it, puts it out. But again, it's very coming in. Mensley clears it. Cannons off a Kettering player. Goes for a corner. No look there. But Paul White, once again, exceptional in that goal.
Well, that was amazing. We had a really good line of sight to where we were, and I'm guaranteed I was just shouting for that was going to be 1-1. But he got down to his right-hand side absolutely like a ninja, and really managed to get a strong right hand to that, and it's bounced out. But a ricochet led to another Berrytown corner, which they've taken long to Yolland. Yolland will clip this to the far post. Headed out by Mensah. Always far as Panther. Panther, can he hold it? Because that's what he needs to do. He can. Just bring it down. Plays it inside the Fanlodge. Fanlodge, a great ball out here to Petado. Petado is now, he's got one-on-one. He's now got, plays it to Panther. Panther won't be able to get that. And it runs all the way through to Charlie Beckwith in the goal. But and Panther's gone down. Meanwhile, Hales Owen have now gone 4 up against Sudbury as expected. Petado gets the ball in midfield. Lovely 1-2 there, and the number 2, Joe White, had no alternative but to bring him down, and that looks like a booking. And meanwhile, the referee is getting his steps in, to be fair, is running over to where Panther is still down in the 18-yard box there, but it's frenetic, it's frantic, and frankly, it can be a bit frightful here if we do get to a 1-1. But Nedermarket are still 1-0 down, so that leaves us still in 4th. But another substitution here in the 68th minute, where we've got the number 9, which is the player that's been here at Berrytown for 11 years, making his last appearance. Jamal Ramadan is getting an absolute rapturous applause here. Shaking a hand to the players before he goes off. Probably had 4 minutes on for this, but nevertheless, it's great to see a good servant of a good club. Even Nick Green, and we've got some standing ovation in the stands here for him as he comes off. Just acknowledging the applause all around the ground, and I'm sure this is an emotional moment for him. Just gets a big hug as he comes off from the manager there, and end of an era for Bury Town, no doubt, especially as they came up last season. But we're still back on the at the game here, and Kettering Town have got a free kick as Eddie Panther is beginning to hobble off, Paul.
Yeah, it looks like David Jeshe is might be coming on, but I'm sure Eddie won't want to come off. If he can play, he'll want to. Claude is over the ball for the free kick. It's halfway in the Bury half towards this right-hand side. And no way is that 10 yards, but the referee's going to allow it. It's more like 5 yards. But Coyle puts the ball in towards that back post. Peter comes in, hits the side netting. Everyone thought that was in. And side netting from Peters. That should have been 2. But it isn't. Just looking at Eddie Panther down here. He's coming down with Michael Hunter. He's limping a bit. So
he's coming back on, Paul.
Liam was on, so why can't he come back on? The referee. It's been about an hour. He's on now, Panther. So at the moment, okay, Mensa wins the header, but it only goes through to Morn. Morn loses the ball, but gets it to Hughes. Certainly, Bury have had the second half so far in terms of chances. 3-1. It's still 1 down as we're into the 70th minute of this pulsating game here at the Ram Meadow Stadium. Ball is through to Hughes. Hughes out wide to Joe White. Joe White coming forward. He's got acres of space here. Puts the ball in. Mensa gets ahead to it. Isaacson can't get there. It's going to be headed on. And Mensa stops it from going out. There's a chance here. Must be a goal. No, it's been put out wide. It is Jolland back post headed out this time by Isaacson. Comes in again, headed on through. Paul White, another outstanding save, but offside. He didn't know that, and it was headed in going into the top right-hand corner. Paul White leaps to his right-hand side, gets an outstretched arm to it. He stops it from going in. It is offside, but another chance for the home side, albeit offside.
An unbelievable stop there from Paul White again. He is really pulling out the stops for Kettering Town just when they need them, because that header was on the 6-yard line, and that the Bury Town player must be 6'2", and he got some power behind that. But beautiful left-handed parry there from White as he plays the ball up. It goes back to Furtado. Furtado gets the ball. He's inside one. He's past one. Tries to just slip it through, but it gets caught out. Fanoj easily picks the ball up, does very well. Checks back for the Cruyff turn. He's going to have to play it to Coyle. Coyle will play that ball forward. Panther can't get the head up, but it goes back to Fanoj. Just taking his time. He's played it out into the area here, which Ando will get, and he does. Gets a toe out to Isaacson, who loses the ball well. Hughes plays the ball forward now. With Bury Town just on the centre circle, just retrieving the ball, just recycling now, just trying to get the ball back on the far side. All the poppies have gone back behind the ball apart from Eddie Panther. So play the ball forward from Hughes. Mensah will be underneath that, which he does. Gets a header in. As for York, try and get a tackle in, but he can't. Panther gets the ball. He's held back. He's all over the place. Referee's got to call that. Now, Panther's got to be careful because he's asking for bookings, but he was definitely pulled back there.
Well, Morn had him by the arm, didn't he? So he couldn't wriggle through. Exactly. Referee's done nothing about it once again, except give the free kick, of course. But Coyle over the ball as the Kettering fans' fine voice behind that goal had been bathed in sunshine. And I suppose in certain parts of countries that's quite natural, isn't it? But not this country. Coyle then over it. Got to Taggio, but he's not going to use him. He's going to pump this one in, I would think. No, he just he fade everybody, pulled everybody, and me included, as he does put this ball in. There is Peters and Mensa up there, but they can't win it. Isaacson can on the far side. Isaacson doing a bit of a trouble, comes in here and straight into the arms of the keeper. He turned, but then we've got Harvey Peters, who's now injured, limping. Might be a bit of cramp But the game goes on. Peters is out of position. He's not looking too good, is young Peters. On the far side with Carroll. Peters now back into the penalty area where he should be. Comes through to Hughes. And intercepted this time by Coyle. Coyle trying to send Peters away. Parr is there, gets ahead to it, but there's Pataggio. Pataggio now he's got Panther with him. A good ball here through, but Pataggio's going out wide, gets it through to Panther. Panther turns, but can't get the ball through to Wes York. It cannons off the number 4 there. Hughes goes for a poppy throw in. No Blaine Rowe to take the long throw in, and another change for the home side.
Indeed. So number 8 for number 12. So Ali Conway coming on for Ryan Jolland, who was booked in the first half for his contretemps with Eddie Panther.
All the bookings have been on Eddie Panther that they've got, I think. So, but it is a throw on that far side. As I say, there's no Blaine Rowe to take the long throw-ins, although Andow is going to attempt one. He's got quite a long one as well. So let's hope that Levy can come under a bit of pressure here. Andow then, who with that goal-scoring spree earlier on in the season, and got injured a bit. As in comes the ball, it's nowhere near as long. It's more of a loop than a throw-in, and it's easily dealt with, hooked away. But Mensah chests it down, puts the ball forward. There's Panther and the keeper. Panther is juggling with it. Goes down. Never a penalty that time, and the Bury players try to wind up Panther. It's on the centre circle with Hughes. Hughes out wide. He finds Joe Carroll, the number 3. He switches it to Joe White. Thatcher gets a little touch, but it does arrive at Max Vaughan. Morn, sorry, not Vaughan, Morn. He finds Montrell. And no foul there either. Kettering clear the ball, but just poofed away to Charlie Beckwith. Ball is with Hughes, halfway in their half, nearest to us. He switches it onto the far side. A lot of ball Bury have seen, a lot of the ball they've seen at the moment. They're moving it around well as Conway gets his first touch. It's with Contrell, who's going to be very influential. Back to Morn. Morn into Quantrell. He finds Hughes in the centre. Little turn there. A chance here for Quantrell. Can he get one in? He can't. There might be a chance on that far side, just outside the area. There is Quantrell again. He's all over the place at the moment. And there is Kettering fan has been carried out. And it's with Moore on the far side. Comes one way, comes the other, pick the ball through. Interception by Forsyth. Forsyth sent it long. Panther the only man forward. He's got the beating of the number 3. He's coming forward. Nobody with him. Panther turns in the penalty area. Still nobody with him. Goes one way. Goes to put the ball in. It's a shot here. Nobody following that up. That would have been 2-0. Good work from Eddie. And it's Morn into the number 12, Conway, to Quantrell, who's, as I say, running things at the moment for Bury Town. Very influential player indeed. He's coming forward, right-footed. Out wide, finding Morn, back to White. White into Hughes, intercepted by Forsyth. Forsyth now feeds it out to Isaacson going forward. Isaacson's got Panther and York and now Pataggio going forward. Isaacson, can he come inside? He can. He tries the shot of his own. High, wide, deflection for a corner. Good work from Isaacson.
Excellent play there from Isaacson. Took his time, get to a shot there from at least 25 yards out before it ricocheted out for a corner down to our left-hand side. Just a couple of updates from other areas. Halesowen are now 5-0 up at Sudbury. Rail Bedford are 3-1, Spalding are 3-2. But the most important one at the moment is that Needham Market are still losing on 1-0 and away to Banbury United, and Redditch are 4-0 up. So we can't afford any slip-ups here, but at the moment we're in fourth.
Well, if Redditch get 18, we're in trouble. But it is a corner. Right in front of the Kettering fans, giving it large in that stand. It comes in towards that back post there. Headed in and out for a goal kick. No pressure whatsoever. The heat here has taken a couple of fans, I think, by surprise, and hopefully whoever was carried out is okay.
Yeah. Oh, our best wishes go to them.
Yeah.
79th minute at the moment here. The ball's hoofed forward there, chested down in the area. Laviando's got the ball. He does well to shield it before Paul White gets on top of that. Liam McConnelly's absolutely giving Mensa, let's say, grief at this stage. Stakes are high. Ball goes out to the right-hand side. Outside with a towering header there, goes forward. The Hughes is there to play it back to Charlie Beckwith. Ball's up in the air. Manta gets a header. Picardo gets a head kick in the head there from Hughes. Players are not happy about that. The referee's going to pull his card out for that. Hughes was very high. We even heard the sound from here. That was an unfortunate incident, that Paul, wasn't it? But again, no malicious intent. He just caught him as
well, his
as
foot
Ish
was
went
high,
through.
wasn't it?
Oh,
You know,
definitely
and,
high.
Ish had to go for it.
It's a booking.
Booking a yellow card there for Tommy. That's the fourth Bury Town player to receive a yellow card. Let's hope Ish is okay. And gives them a chance to get some fluids, but he's down. And Michael Hunter been very busy this afternoon. Out again. Hopefully he's okay. Surrounded by Bury players and Mensa. Paul White's there as well. I think Paul White's gone to get some spray. I don't know what he's doing with that, but maybe ordering a pizza.
Well, he could do well. Nick Green's doing a great bartender's job there, just handing out the drinks as they go along, because it is pretty hot out there, especially as the amount of energy that's been expended. And the second half, as we're into the 81st minute here, everybody's being a Banbury United fan at this stage, and Furtado's still down, isn't he? He's still just taking his time getting some treatment. Michael Hunter's administering the cold sponge where it should be. And
another substitution for the home side, the last one. Callum Page is coming on for Tommy Hughes.
Yeah, so let's throw the dice now for Bury Town. Nick Green giving Ando some instructions from the halfway line here. Either that or he's organising his post-match meal to be delivered.
So Ish is up and taking some water. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, he looks well.
Looks okay, but a bit. Yeah, he looks okay. Coyle then is over the ball. And Coyle being told to move the ball back a few inches. The referee needs to get the Bury Town player back at 10 yards. He didn't do that last time. No, he has done this time. But Coyle then halfway in the half whistle goes. Coyle hasn't addressed the ball yet. He has now towards that back post. It goes out for a corner by Parr. Good pressure there. 83 minutes gone. Kettering Town still ahead of that pan to goal in that first half. And heading nearer to 3 points. Coyle taking his time to get the ball. He's going over to take it on the far side in front of the scoreboard, which proudly says Bury Town 0, visitors 1. There is a scroll going on the bottom, and I can't read that too well. It's Kettering refreshed with water. Young badge there getting to Nick Green. The Coyle goes over. The whistle goes. Short's going on now. And Kettering make a substitution. Jeshe is coming on.
Yeah,
Don't know who's coming off.
Yeah, Mark's got the board there. Eddie Panther.
Eddie Panther is coming off for Nathan Jeshe. So Panther
Bit strange making a substitution at the corner, Paul, but
Panther comes off probably for just resting him. Taking a lot of stick again today with hardly any protection from the official. Coyle then with the corner on the far side. The official telling the Coyle to put the ball. Mensah is being manhandled here, and the referee's watching as it comes in. Near post, headed out by Mujay. And it is with Patasha. Gets the ball back to Paul White. White sends it long. Peters over there, but he can't win that. Parr can. Jeshe trying to hurry him into it. Sends it long. Mensah underneath, but he can't win that one. And York gets the ball and gives it away. That's a bit of a difficult one as Morn on this right-hand side feeds the ball into the 15. This is dangerous. Comes in near post and cleared by Coyle, who goes away with it. Sends it out wide for Jeshe. Can he keep it in? He can. Jeshe, though, he's not going to be able to beat the player. He does, though. And White gets a foot in. Fortuitously, it goes to Berry. And then in the centre to Davis. Out wide, but Andow is there. It's going to go down to the wire, is this game? No doubt about it.
Cheers.
Needham 0, Banbury United 2. So that is good news for Poppies fans.
Another substitution here, Paul, for the home side, but the actual Poppies fans are just chanting, we're all Banbury United fans now, because Needham Market are now 2-0 down. Probably 4 or 5 minutes left in that game as there is here. At the moment, it's us in 4th. Hales Owen, who were 5-0 up against AFC Sudbury, are in 5th. And Needham Market are going to miss out the way it looks at the minute. Redditch are 5-0 up as well, but
only 13 more to get then for Redditch.
Only 13, but plenty of time. But at the moment, it looks like it's ours to lose at the moment. But even the draw will be interesting at this stage. But let's keep going.
Isaacson then with the throw, but it's back with Morn. He pummels it into the centre. Panish underneath this one, and he just gets the ball, does well, loses it, fouled in the back, but nothing given as the number 6 comes away with it. And there is Quantrell out wide to Morn. Morn's got the overlap. And it's good from White in the centre here, the chance. White again puts the ball in, but it goes to our White. At the near post, goes down with the ball. Pat on the back from Mensah. Paul White had an exceptional game this afternoon. An outstanding saves when needed. And he launches that into the Berry half. It's back on the far side with Davis. And a quiet game, Davis. Finds Quantrell, has been very busy. He finds Conway. Conway, right-footed, chips it out to Morn. Gets a header in to Joe White. White threads it through to Quantrell, intercepted by Pataggio. Cleared by Isaacson, who swapped sides, trying to find Jeshe. And he gets the ball back to White, and it's back to the keeper. As Beckwith gets it out on that far side to Joe Carroll. Certainly Berry having a lot of the ball in this last 10 minutes, out wide to Muche on the far side. He weaves one way, weaves it, chips the ball in, a little back flick there. Oh, and Isaacson under pressure clears the ball. It was another movement for Kettering. It's going to be Kai Williams is coming on for Tajo. And
yes, yeah. I think that's a shrewd move because Williams does stretch defences when he's in, and he's had at least in the last games he has come on. He's made some great opportunities. Hasn't always been lucky in front of goal, but he's been one of those players that actually, if you see him coming on with 2 minutes to go plus injury time, and you're a defender, you're not going to be happy to see him, I tell you, because and Furtado's just struggling off now.
Taking some stick as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's been robust to say the least in terms of that midfield battle. He's done well. So Kai Williams enters the field, and meanwhile we've got a throw right on the right-hand side to the home side.
So throw in with Morn hasn't been taken yet. It hasn't now. It arrives at White. White. It's pumped forward. Peters will try and shepherd that out if he can. He can't. It has to be played. Isaacson just fires the ball high towards Wes York. Wes York can't win that one for Scythe. Poor clearance from him. But Thanodge can't win that, but the number 12 Conway can. Gets it out to Quantrell on the far side. He comes moving the ball through to the 17. It's cleared by Mensah. Mensah gets it to Jeshe, and there is Wes York to Jeshe. Has he got the chance to beat them? He's running his heart out here. Pushed in the back, and a free kick. And there was no need for that as the ball was going out, but White pushed Jeshe in the back. And it's a free kick down here on the left-hand side, which is good news for Kettering as we're into the 90th minute of this. I would think there'll be 5 or 6 minutes of time added on, and we haven't seen it yet. But we're into 90 minutes, into 91 minutes now. We're into 90 minutes are up. The board hasn't gone up, so we don't know how long extra time there is. 7 minutes of added time. So 7 minutes to see this one out as Coyle is over the ball, puts it in towards that back post. It's high and wide and is going to go out for a goal kick. And it is a goal kick. Well, we're into 91 minutes here. First minute of the 7
minutes, yeah.
Been a lot of injuries to Kettering players, a lot of substitutions.
Yeah.
So it's about right, then.
I think it is about right. And I think probably just got to try and be careful and play it out. Mensah with a great header close to Jeshe. Jeshe inside to Coyle. With his left foot, he's had some great distribution from set pieces. Goes back to Isaacson. Coyle just wait for the tackle to come in here. He's turned well. White can't get hold of the ball. Lovely pass inside to Forsyth, who's got a nosebleed now. He's that far in front. Passes it out to Kai Williams. Kai Williams on the apex of the 18-yard box. Tries to go down the line. Gets a ball across. It's clicked out. York gets the ball. Goes back to Williams. Williams will shoot, but it's over the bar. But it's okay. It's that end. We're coming up now. 91 minutes, halfway, almost down to 92. So roughly about 5 minutes left of this season, at least in league campaign, Paul. So let's hope we can hang on, isn't it? Hope we can hang on.
We've been here before, nervy final minutes, and this is going to be one of them. As a draw's okay, though, isn't it? Because Needham are losing by 2-0, and our goal difference is better than theirs. So I think it'd just be the venue that would be different. It would be Spalding rather than Real Bedford. But at the moment, it is Real Bedford as the ball is pumped forward towards Morn. He'll keep this in. He has done very well, actually. But no, it's gone out of play for a Poppy's throw-in. We're into the 93rd minute of this game now. And Kettering fans very quiet behind that goal mouth. Must be getting to them. They're encased in blazing sunshine, their end. Be a few red faces, and that'll be sunshine, not the other substances. Or drink, should I say. It's certainly a superb afternoon weather-wise all round. And Kettering at the moment doing their fans proud and holding on as Peters clears the ball. No Panther to chase, but there comes Williams. Williams trying to get the ball, but it's with Beckwith, who came out to collect. He gets it out to Davis on the far side. Davis coming forward in these latter stages of this game. puts the ball in. Mensah powers a header away, trying to find Jeshe. Jeshe does get a header, gets it to Coyle, but Coyle's attempted pass is intercepted. He pumps it forward towards Jeshe. The ball's headed out towards the keeper. He has to come out. Jeshe almost got to it. Good work from Beckworth. He bolts that ball out. And away comes Davis again with a lot of space to run forward. It's end-to-end stuff here in the latter stages of this game here at Ram Meadow Stadium. Not for the faint-hearted.
Not at all. I think Needlemark is still 2-0 down. 94th minute here. A credit to Barry, though. They've been absolutely magnificent in terms of where they've played the game. They've not treated this as a season dead rubber at all. As they come forward again, played it inside to Quantrell, but York gets his toe in there. And it goes back forward again. They're going to come forward to see if they can try and get it to White. White plays a little clip ball in down the channel there. He's not offside. Little overstep, comes inside. Pass one, pass two. Just inside the 18 area there, shielded. Back to White. White plays the ball forward, and that'll bobble out nicely, hopefully. Yes, it does, for a goal kick on the other side. A few more seconds wasted down. Spalding a 4-3 up to finish their season in a good, strong second. Was it 4-4? 4-4, according to my colleague here on the right-hand side. So Rio Bedford still 3-1 up, and they'll be in third. We're in fourth at the moment, and Helzo in the magnificent 5-0 are ahead at the moment on Sudbury. They'll be fifth, and Needlemark will lose out, but we're just waiting for the goal kick to be taken by White. 95th minute, Jeshe chests it down beautifully to Coyle. Coyle places Jeshe. He just gets taken off his foot there, but Coyle still got the ball. He's in the 18-yard box. He's limping a bit, so he has to just try and go for the corner, which he is, but he'll lose the ball there, and it'll go for a throw-in right in the corner. He's done well. He's had a great game, Coyle, actually. Some of the unsung heroes there for us. Poppy's fans are just waiting for the referee, Dario Matheson, to blow the final whistle.
We're into 96 at the moment, so less than 120 seconds away. As the ball, Isaacson slips at a vital time, but there's Mensah got a power header in there. Isaac's underneath this one, but he loses out to White. He's slipping in the air again. Mensah gets a good header in towards Jeshe. Jeshe traps it, but he's beaten to it. Then wins it through. Is pulled down. That should be another booking. That was a poor one indeed. And that's the 14 goes down, pushing. That's Lewis O'Malley bringing down Jeshe, grabbing his shirt, throwing him to the floor. And another booking. That's the fifth booking for the home side. And a free kick to Kettering, which is excellent because now Kettering are in the 97th minute coming up.
This is it, Paul, now. And Coyle went down, but he's been told by Forsyth to get up. I don't care if he feels like he's losing a leg at this stage. If he's got to stand up now and want no other time to be taken. It's a Poppy's free kick deep into Bury Town territory on the left-hand side, about 25 yards outside on the left. It's clipped onto Jeshe. Yeshe's shielding the ball back to Coyle. He can't really play very well. He's looking to chip the ball forward to Forsyth, who gets pushed in the back there, but the referee doesn't give anything. He was going to give a throw in there, but he just ignored him. He's unbelievable. But anyway, we carry on. Ball's down by Beckwith, down the other end here. Mensah has been fantastic at the back. Heads that forward. Forsyth is pushing up to help Jeshe up front now, but Purry has still got the ball. It ricochets off Coyle, but it goes forward to Quantrell. Quantrell is going to go down the right-hand side. Plays it to White. Forward to Quantrell again. They're outside the 18-yard box, being policed out by Isaacson. Comes back to Hughes. Hughes can get the ball in here, which he can. Plays right into the middle. It's dangerous. Goes right up the far side. Wes York is there, and he'll try to shield it out, which indeed he does, and it goes out for a goal kick. It's in the 98th minute now, Paul. That looks like it could be it.
98th minute. Here's Eddie Panther's goal. Going to be enough to put Kettering into the playoffs. It looks like it. And the fans all G'd up behind us over there on the left-hand side. Paul White then with this with goal kick, walking wounded, and the police out in force here. Coyle puts the ball forward towards Jeshe. Jeshe, can he go out wide? He's going to get down by the corner flag to waste time. So he's down there into 98 minutes. Referee going over. Throw in to Berry. Foul on Jeshe as he goes down. Nothing given. Into 99 minutes now we are. So we're over the allocated 7. How much longer this game going to go on? Williams trying to get Jeshe involved, but it is O'Malley. And there it is! The Poppies have done it! They win 1-0 and are in the playoffs. Fantastic work by Kettering. One hell of a match that was. They threw everything at it and they deserve it, Doug.
They do indeed. A magnificent effort there from Kettering Town. This was not an easy game. All the credit in the world to Bury Town, who have played this game as if it was a cup final, and they've absolutely taken it down to the wire. Great goal from Eddie Panther, but I think probably, I don't know who the man of the match would be, but I think Paul White. I mean, Paul White's got to be up there for that. For those,
yeah, I think so.
Saves.
I mean, they've all played, really well, but some of those saves that Paul White made were the difference in the game.
Absolutely. And, we've got some fans on the pitch now. I've been told to move back.
Well done, and you. Well done,
and
yeah.
George.
So just had George in the box there, and fans being told to get off the pitch, which they should do. And let's keep it civil. So all credit to Bury Town. They put in one hell of a performance. The first time they've been beaten here since November the 29th, ending their 10-game unbeaten run. And it was a very good performance indeed.
It's brilliant. I mean, do you know what? It's been a credit. We have to give credit to 3 people here, or 3 groups of people. One is the actual Poppies fans who have come out here in numbers. I know it's been restricted ticketing, but they've been absolutely magnificent and they've done brilliantly. Secondly, it's got to be Paul White, who's did a fantastic job. And the third thing, I think it's just got to be to Lee McDonald and his team, who have done a fantastic job towards the end of the second half of the season. And really, Paul, we actually deserve it. There's no fluke about this. There's some the players have gone to the players at the left-hand side here. It's a very good-natured celebration, and it all sets us nicely for Wednesday, Paul, against Real Bedford, who have beaten twice before. So let's see how we go on Wednesday.
Indeed, so we're going to sign off here from a very happy Suffolk indeed, and the Poppies' incredible season. The roller coaster continues. And we'll be at Real Bedford for that playoff semi-final. We'll see you there on Wednesday. From Doug and myself, good afternoon.